What's going on, Postcard Marketing Pros? Today's video is sponsored by extremely large bottles of wine, just what 2020 called for. All right, today's going to be a little bit different because we are not looking at scanned postcards today. I got postcards that are bigger than my scanner can handle. So we're going to go one by one through a handful of these rapid fire. Let's start with Scott Wiener's postcard. This is sort of great. He's just like, yo, you know this person, right? She's running nationally. I'm with her. Like, we're together. So this is just like 100% what this is about. If you like this person, you should like me. So it's a favor by association. So it's a pretty good tactic, actually. And then I really like the design of this postcard, but you can see that there's like some value statements here that are pretty universally accepted here in San Francisco, at least. And it's just like a story about how, like, yo, Kamala and I are tight. And then this is great. This is the call to action. Maybe the call to action is a little bit small, is like a little too small here, but overall great. It's like, these are the 3 or 4 ways that you can submit your vote. So Scott Wiener did a really good job here. His only goal with this postcard, and this is really important to focus your message, is like, yo, Kamala and I are tight. So that he did that pretty well with the gigantic picture of him and Kamala on the front. All right, so that's one postcard down. This is like a coalition postcard. So these are a group of politicians, and they're like, do these things, vote all of these ways. And then they do the same thing on the back. It's like, these are all the things you should just do with your vote. And again, you know, we talk about calls to action a lot on this channel, like vote, and they've got a deadline here. So overall, and you know, one of the things that you'll notice about political postcards is that they're kind of one of the best series of postcards I ever see. The politicians are really good at confining their message and making it really clear about what they want you to do and what they believe in. So you could learn a lot from them. So overall, this is a pretty solid postcard. If you, again, by association, if you know this person, you should vote these ways. All right. This was a brilliant stroke by Lyft and DoorDash and Uber, who were fighting. We spent over $300 million on Prop 22. So, which passed here to let app drivers stay as app drivers. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. So you're like, wait, what? How does MAD have anything to do with this prop? Like, this is basically saying, if you vote no, you support drunk driving, which is, it's a very clever way to frame this argument. And MAD says here, Prop 22 will preserve ride-sharing services that help keep drunk and drug-impaired drivers off the road. So that's a pretty interesting argument that basically, if this fails, drunk people will just start driving again, and Uber and Lyft will fold their business in California. I you know, take that for what you will, but very clever positioning here. And then this is something that politicians do really, really well, and you should steal this tactic. It's like, there's a person, this is actually the head of MAD, and she lost her daughter to a drunk driver, right? So these are emotional, personal stories about why you should support or oppose a particular proposition told by a person. And that's going to be a key thing that you're going to see in a lot of these postcards. Listen to how this starts out. After losing my daughter to drunk and marijuana impaired driver, I've dedicated my life to keeping our streets safe from drivers who don't belong on the road. Wow, that's a pretty powerful starting statement, and also a little bit of gymnastics, I think, for some of these companies to get to this point where it's like, we will go away if this thing doesn't pass. So, anyways, pretty clever here, and again, they're only. You notice how yes is yes, Prop 22, yes, Prop 22. They want you to associate those two things in your mind, and that's why this is huge and will save lives. Pretty great headline. This postcard does the same thing. So vote no on Prop 23. Again, no is the biggest thing, and then Prop 23 is the second biggest thing. You can help protect 80,000 Californians with kidney failure who rely on dialysis to stay alive. Right? Like, if you vote yes, you kill this person, is basically what this thing is saying. Really clever. Really clever. So these are all the people that will vote this way, right? Like the head of the California Medical Association, Dialysis Patient Citizens, American Nurses Association. So this type of referral is a clever strategy. I think this is another really clever thing that they did. This is a quote. I don't know if you can. Hard to see all that, but this is a quote from Gregory Ridgway, and it's all about, hey, like, I get dialysis, you should trust me. This thing is terrible for me. Again, another personal testimony. And then I do really like the top three here. So this is a strategy that we use in almost all of our postcards, just like focus on three things here. So this is like Prop 23 would close dialysis clinics, which dangerously limit access to care. Pretty good headline there. Prop 23 makes California's physician shortage even worse. Another good headline here. And dialysis clinics are already strictly regulated and provide high quality care. So, and then you can notice that all these people are wearing PPE. So they're trying to say, hey, if you vote on this, that we're not going to have people to take care of the folks that are already in the ICU because of this proposition. So this also failed. So most people voted no here in California. So that is a series of political postcards. We'll have more for you soon. And the key message here is like, association is good, right? If it's someone you know or you trust or that has better marketing than you and you want to associate yourselves with them, that's good, right? The Kamala Harris postcard. Keep your message really simple, right? That's what they did on all these cards. Tell compelling stories, right? About who is impacted by this and why they're impacted and who they are. And I think, the other key piece here is they did a pretty good job of a clear call to action. Go vote on this date. Here's where you can vote. And then their headline was like, no on this or yes on this. And that was their sort of key, clear message. And so I think especially for... I won't even tell you what just happened there. It was very strange. But especially for, this is easy if you're voting yes or no on a thing, right? These are easy to hone your messaging here. But if you're selling complicated things, right, you need to boil it down and think, how can I get to a place where it's just as simple as vote yes on this and figure out how you can associate yourself with, like if you vote no on this, you're for mothers against you're for drunk drivers, right? So a position that is absurd on its face. All right. You should congratulate yourself for learning a little bit more about postcard design.
Congratulations on learning a little bit more about postcard marketing. You did it. You've got two options now. First, you can chat with me live by going to sendwithscout.com and just clicking in the bottom right-hand corner. It's me, I'm there. Or you can subscribe for more of my content where we tear down great postcards. I talk to you about all of my latest strategies, and you too can become a postcard marketing expert.